Hi learners, this is BHARATHI, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, St.Joseph's College. I welcome you for the another session on Python programming function. In the last session, we discussed about the function, how it was being defined and how to call that function, and all those things we discussed in the last class. And I also gave you homework for that one. And this is the answer for that particular problem. I asked you to print welcome to SJC 5 times. See, we can print that welcome to SJC in many different ways. But see, simple way, just using a star operator into 5, multiply into 5. So a string can be multiplied 5 times. So this will be printed welcome to SJC, welcome to SJC, welcome to SJC. 5 times it will be printed. What is this slash in? Slash in is nothing but to bring the cursor to the next line, new line. So one time it has been printed means next time it comes to new line. Again it prints welcomes to SJC. So what will be the answer for this one? Welcome to SJC, welcome to SJC, welcome to SJC. So this will be printed 5 times it can be done. Clear? So if you want to do it 3 times, we can just multiply the numbers, whatever you wish to do. This can also be done using looping statements that we will see in the upcoming slides, upcoming videos. Yes, so this is what the output. Yes, clear? Very good. Now come on, let's go to the next topic. The terminologies which are used in functions. Very, very important. There are 3 important terminologies that we use in function. One, the function declaration. Another one, function calling. And the next one, the parameters and the arguments. Okay, come on, let's see each one with an example. Here I have given you an example of this function concepts. Def, add, num1 and num2. We know def is a keyword used for function, add is a function name, and within parentheses we have the parameters. This can be called either parameters or we can call it as an argument, right? Yes. So in the num1 and num2 we call it as what called the function arguments, and this def add we call it as a function declaration. And the next one we have function calling. Calling means what? Only that function, these two lines will be executed. Only this calling has been done. So here add 5, 15 is called as the function calling. And then what are the parameters or arguments passed over here? Num1 and num2 are the arguments are parameters which are passed in that function called add. So add has 2 arguments, that is num1 and num2, and the num3 is, again you can ask me, ma'am, what is num3? Come on, let's go deep into this coding. Def add num1 comma num2. This is the function declaration which we have done. Next one, num3 is equal to num1 plus num2. Ma'am, what is this num3? Num3 is a variable which I have created, and the num1 and num2, the values which has been passed in num1 and num2 will be added together and will be stored in the num3. And see next line, print add num3. So whatever num3 value has, it will be printed over here. Okay, when these 2 lines will be executed, these 2 lines will be executed only when this line is being called. Add 5, 15 should be called, then only the above 3 lines will be executed. So what you can do is you can just do this in the editor. By typing this program, you can get the output of adding these 2 numbers. The output will be 20. How does get? Come on, let's start doing it. Add 5, 15. So what is there? This, whenever the interpreter reads this line, immediately it searches for where add function is there. So it will find there, see the def add has been there. See, this is very case sensitive. So whatever case we give here, it has to be given in the function declaration also. If I give here ADD means what will happen? It will create an error. So be conscious of the case that you use for the function name, variable name, identifiers for everything, because in Python they are said to be case sensitive. So it says for the function name, here it is located with add, and then it comes inside, it has 2 values passed inside that function add. One is 5, another one is 15. Looking at that, we can say these 2 are the integer or a text. It's an integer data type. It is an integer data type. Okay, very good. So it goes there, and here we have created 2 parameters or 2 variables or 2 arguments. So num1, this 5 will be stored in the place of num1. So num1 will have the value 5 and num2 will have the value as 15. So these 2 values will be passed over there, and then num3 is equal to what will happen? 5 plus 15 will be added, and num3 will be having the value of 20, and this 20 will be passed here, this 20 will be printed. Simple. So the output of this program is, this coding is nothing but 20. So this is how the arguments will plays a role. Now I move to another term called return. As we know, right, what is a return? Return, literally, what does it mean? In computer science, if you don't know the meaning, just try to understand the literal meaning of that word. If you understand the literal meaning, easily we can relate. So in function, we use a term called return. Return means something giving back, right? So a return statement is used at the end of the end the execution of the function call. End the execution of the function call. So the function call can use the term keyword called return, so that it returns something. What it will return? The value, the result can be returned through that return statement. Okay, if that return statement does not have anything, then null will be returned. Okay, right. And one more important point is, if you give any other statement after this return statement, okay, I have written something like this, and then you have lines of code. These lines of code will not be executed whenever it encounters the return statement. That you have to keep in mind. Okay, come on, let's see with an example. Function using return. Again the same example, addition of two numbers. So I have taken def add num1, num2, two variables, two parameters I have passed, and num3 is a variable I have created, and the addition of two numbers will be stored there in num3, and here I am given a value called return num3. Okay, right. So here I am giving a value num1, num2 is equal to 5, 15. See here, in the before one we passed it through the function. This is also another method of passing the values. Num1, num2 is equal to 5, 15. Here what I am doing again, I am creating another variable, add num1, num2. The function is being directly passed here, and the value is being stored over here. So now we can print the value of answer here. Am I clear? Am I clear? So this you can just convert it into the editor, and you can get the output as 20. Okay, so this is the working of return. So what it does, the line starts from this num1, num2. Line 5 it starts. It recognizes that num1 is equal to 5, num2 is equal to 15, and then this function will be called. The function will be called. After encountering this line, what it will does, it immediately runs to this one. Okay, it will runs to def add. So if it runs here, it will checks, okay, function has been created, variables has been passed, and that variables having the value 5, 15, that will be added and stored in M3, and now it can be printed using this one. Clear? So that this value 20 will be returned here. So with this line, the function calling will be ended, and this value will be returned to the main function. Am I clear? So here the value 20 will be printed. So this add, you can ask me, ma'am, where this 20 will come, ma'am? This return 20, this value 20 will come to this line. This value 20 will come to this line. Add num1, num2. See, I'll write it here clearly. Return 20 will be the output. Where it will go, it will comes to this line. Add 5, 15 is there, right? It will come to this line. And this 20 will be replaced over here, and this 20 will be saved in the answer, and this answer will be printed. So here the answer for this question is 20. I hope you would have understood the concept, how the return is being used. Using this as an example, I want you all to write a coding to find the area of the circle using function and the return statement. I hope you would have enjoyed the class and you would have understood the concept of return statement. See you all in the another session with the another concept. Thank you so much.